Hello guys, so let's communicate on one major reason why a lot of farmers are struggling with sales. A lot of farmers depends on hearsay. Farmers depends a lot on this because they heard that there is market for this, there is demand for this. You see, they don't do any background check, or they don't go to the market and find out whether these are true or they are not true. So farmers refuse to put emphasis on market research. Market research is very important. So you can go into farming and get the best yield across, but if you don't get the right market, you are back to square zero. So one thing that farmers you need to take absolutely importance to is your market research. You don't need to joke with it. So as a farmer, if I were to be you, there is one thing that I always do. So before I even think of venturing into a specific crop of my choice, I will get a list, go to the market or go to the targeted people that I would want to sell my produce to, get their names, get the quantity that they use daily, weekly, and even monthly. Ask them the specific size that they want, whether they want the large size, the small size, or the medium size. Ask them questions. Talk to these market women. If it is restaurant that you are producing to, talk to them. How do they want it? What variety do they want? Before you come and sit down and even plan on getting the land, before even tilling it and starting your production, you need not to go into the field and produce it. Then when it's about fruiting, or when you are harvesting, that is when you hit the market. The market women, they are very smart. They will take advantage of you when they realize you are desperate to sell. I'm assuring you this. If you like, let's try. Go there. They are very smart. Once they see that you are very desperate, you want to get rid of your produce, if they don't buy it, it is going to go waste. They will give you the cheapest price. And because you are desperate, you accept it like this, and you come back and you feel like farming is not rewarding, farming is expensive, farming, you can't do well in farming. Let this small advice that I am giving you, let this little advice that I'm giving you, once you stick by it, you are 80% gone. Do your research very well. Get the names, not one, not two. Get numerous customers. Talk to so many people, so that you don't depend on just one or two customers. If this one fails you, this one will get you. So talk to as many as possible. Get their contacts down. So once you are producing, you already have built a community of demand. Stick to this, and you have a different perspective when it comes to agriculture. This is Kenny the farmer. I'm an agri consultant, and I urge you to talk to an expert on whatever agri venture that you are into, so that your farming journey will go on smoothly. Have a nice day. Bye bye.